One of the coolest events in the Allegheny Highlands each year is what is known as the Good News Annual Christmas Bazaar. And Pastor Darlene Shelton of Good News Church joins us today to talk about it. Welcome, Pastor Darlene.
Thank you so much, Jerry. It's a pleasure to be with you. And I wanted to thank you so much for all the excellent coverage that you've helped us with over this past, I guess, 7 years. I began this in 2017. And you've really helped us spread the word. So we appreciate it.
Well, this is our business after all. And you know, I'm glad you mentioned something about spreading the word anyway, because you have changed your venue this year. Tell the folks, where will the bazaar be found?
We are, once again, as we were a year before last, down in the old People's Building. It is now known as 410 on Main. The new owners of that building have been gracious to work with us this year, collaborating with us to have the event upstairs. Their elevator does work. So if you remember last year, we had an elevator issue, but we are so excited. We've got about 45 vendors who will be upstairs. In addition, this year on the street in front of the building will be blocked off. We'll have our bouncy house for the children. We are going to have a petting zoo. And one of our vendors is a new vendor that we've not had before, who's coming out of White Sulphur, and he does wind chimes. And so he will also be set up outside to take advantage of the wind currents and so forth to display his wares.
Well, you know, like in almost any good interviewee, you've answered probably my next question, but no, that's fine. Darlene and I were chatting briefly before this interview, and I said, you know, one of the things I was a little bit naive about is I think of a craft show like this, a Christmas craft show, primarily for women. And I guess maybe that's because, you know, I'm in my 70s. But the truth is, covering the event and, you know, sharing some thoughts with you and all along the way, I found there were plenty of gifts for guys as well. As a matter of fact, I bought one.
Absolutely.
So talk about the diversity of the vendors. I mean, you have quilters and, you know, just a whole range, don't you?
We do. Kanawha Cafe will be there again with their coffees and their Danish and food. As I said, we have a new vendor from White Sulphur who has wind chimes. We have a number of vendors who do wood crafts, that type of thing. A lot of our vendors who come back year after year, like Blue Spring Run Farm and Deshaun Wooding, Love D Creations, and I know forgive me, I'll leave out a lot of them, but we have some male crafters who will be there as well, and of course Richard Baker with his homemade salsa, which was a sellout last year. And then of course we've added something else this year outside, which will be a big draw, as the Shrine Club out of Clifton Forge is coming, and they will be selling the Shriners Donuts outside.
Yeah, you just wanted to add a couple pounds to me, Darlene. I know.
Absolutely.
And one of the cool things now, it's all happening this Saturday in Covington, Virginia, but you have a great time period. It's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that gives people like me a long time to come either early or a little bit later to find a great Christmas gift.
Exactly. And I wanted to add this year, Jerry, because, you know, we started out several years ago with our Good News Bazaar, but this year, for the second year, Old Town Covington has turned downtown Main Street into Magic on Main for the same day. And so we want our shoppers to be sure to come in early. Those with children, they can have breakfast with the Grinch at Granbury Church on Saturday morning. In formals and florals, it's going to be bow making demonstrations. There's going to be free hot chocolate all over town. There's a few vendors set up at the farmers market who we didn't have room for in our building. And so there's going to be something going on Main Street all day, right up until parade time at 5 o'clock. And I believe the carolers will be at the Love Sign. I think that's at 2 or 3 o'clock. I don't remember exactly. So, we've collaborated with Old Town Covington this year, and Covington is just going to be a magical place on Main Street on Saturday this week.
And I hear even Santa's going to show up.
Santa's going to be there. We love our Santa, and he will be popping in and out all day. And Madison will be doing photos with Santa. I think I'm not sure exactly where that'll be located in the building, but we'll have signs up, and then we have some shopping bags that we have available for purchase, so that you can put all your wares in a shopping bag, and we'll have those set up. And we're also going to have door prizes, so we want everybody to be sure to register for a door prize as they come in, and we'll have drawings toward the end of the day for those.
What's not to love? I mean, and what an honor to be sold out. Huh? You just at some point you just can't take one more vendor, huh?
We were totally. The building was filled. I believe October the 23rd. And so I had a few vendors who had planned to wait till the deadline and didn't make it. And next year I'll put on the application or until fill. So it's been real exciting, and our vendors have been successful. And as I said, many of them have been repeat vendors every year because of the success of the bazaar.
All right, let's sum it up. Saturday, December the 2nd, 9 a.m., 9 to 4 p.m.
Correct.
It's 410 on Main. It's the old Leggett Gordman's building there, right on the corner of Maple Avenue and Main.
Exactly. And then, of course, stay in town for the parade at 5.
Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.